Hello and welcome everybody, it's Rose Smith here from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here with the terrific Taurus November horoscopes. All right, well, we've got a big month coming up. There are so many planets in Sagittarius this month, which is actually quite a good thing. We also have a lunar eclipse in Taurus in your sign, so that will probably be very impactful upon you, particularly because it does involve your identity and your belief systems and how you approach the world. So it will be quite a big deal for you. Just to briefly explain what I do, I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you, and then we'll have a look at your horoscope in depth. If you're new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell right now. Thank you very much. All right, let's go to the board and pick these cards. Okay, here's your horoscope, which we'll come to in a moment. But firstly, the first half of the month, we'll pick a card. Oh, well, there you go. It picked itself. It's the 4 of Swords. Okay, you need to be careful this month with your energy levels. That is actually in your horoscope somewhere as well. It's important that you don't push yourself, okay, because you could be inclined to do that a little bit, and exhaustion could result. So yeah, go slowly, go gently, not too much. Okay, let's have a look at the second half of the month for you, dear Taurus. What do I see? I like to have a little vision before I turn the card over, usually. Okay, so I see a window here. It's night time, so it's dark outside, but it's like you're impatient to get going on something. It's like an opportunity could present, and now I'm seeing a white cross, so there's some sort of spiritual sacrifice with it. But you know, any sort of opportunity, really, you've always got to put some sort of sacrifice, whether that be money, your time, your energy. Everything's energy, isn't it? You know, so it may not be necessarily easy. The thing about it, however, is that it's time sensitive, okay, because it's a window of opportunity. The other thing too, because it's dark outside, it's like you can't really see what it's going to turn into very easily, because it's still dark. I would say don't go too soon. You want to perhaps, scope it out and investigate it more. Don't rush in, okay? But Taurus, you're not likely to anyway, because it's really not your nature. Here we go. And the Knight of Cups comes up. This is all about exploring your feelings in the second half of the month. It might be time to get out and have a bit of fun, not focus too much on work. This is usually somebody who's quite confident, I'm trying to say, but maybe they're confidently comfortable, perhaps. It's a young masculine energy, so you might know someone like this. Could be somebody's son, your son, or a young man in your family. Or it could be the energies within you about exploring new domains as far as emotions go. And because you've got the lunar eclipse here in your sign, along with the dragon's head and Uranus, then and those two are conjunct, by the way, so that makes it extra spicy. With the lunar eclipse, it really is a time for evaluating the things that you do believe in, and what your emotions and feelings are about certain things. I think you might be in a sort of transition where you're changing your ideas a little bit, and your belief systems are deepening, or there's another layer. Maybe you thought you knew, you had certain beliefs, and now you find there's another layer that you have to consider as far as emotions. But you see here he's in the ocean, so it is all about going deep into your emotions, okay? And he's riding a lobster here, as you do, but having a good time in the process, okay? So Okay, that's the second half of the month. Let's put these cards here so we can see what's going on as I make the screen bigger for you. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so just to give you a brief overview first, the lunar eclipse here in your sign affecting your identity and how you interact with the outside world. It's how you approach the world, okay, and that's normally in a quite a solid, stable sort of way. You're not so impulsive as some other signs. You like to think about things. You like to be more organised, perhaps. You don't want to rush in, which is not a bad thing at all. And I already mentioned the North Node and Uranus here, which are conjunct, that are adding to the effects of this lunar eclipse, giving your identity and your ideas of authenticity, who you are as a person, giving that a bit of a shake up. The other thing to note starting the month, there's this thing here called a T-square, involving Uranus, Saturn, and also Venus here in your 7th house of the important or significant other. So these are significant relationships. There could be some sort of challenges there. Maybe your identity is changing, or you want to put your true identity out in the world, but that conflicts somehow or is in opposition to the people that you are committed to, or your important relationships, whether they be business or personal. You know, if it's a husband, or maybe it's a boss. Maybe you want to go to work with tats and a nose ring and get your hair shaved off, but you're a government minister, so you really can't do that. Or something, you know. Saturn is about authority figures telling you what to do. And it is here in your 10th house about career. So you're sort of you're sort of here trying to do a balancing act between career or public life. If you're not working, you may not be working. And, you know, public life, how you appear in society perhaps, or at work, versus committed relationships. What would your children say if you got a nose ring and a tat on your forehead, I love Lucy? What would they think about that? You know, versus what you want to do, because you need more excitement in your life. And you're probably going to come to that realization that something has to change so that you can be happier and more fulfilled. Okay, so that starts the month off. So a few challenges there. There could be some feelings about maybe you feel controlled, or a structure or authority figure is setting the relationship rules. This is being amplified by the full moon eclipse. Here, and that is on the 8th, the full moon eclipse. And then we have Jupiter going direct on the 23rd, and Jupiter's up here in your house of hopes and dreams, and so then things start to move forward again. Like you might feel like you have a little bit of a delay, or you're just treading water until Jupiter turns direct. But your rule of Venus in Sagittarius does bode well for joint resources such as real estate or investments, and also intimacy. Because Venus can bring very powerful, loving feelings, or make things go very smoothly, or more smoothly than usual. 8th of November, the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus in your sign is impactful. It could possibly be turbulent, but it brings a long-lasting transformation around your identity and the way you approach the world. You become more definite or concrete and solid in your beliefs and your outward appearance, perhaps. What you may want to reflect your newfound beliefs. Luxury items may start to appear in your wardrobe as you align yourself more towards your authentic identity, and so you adjust your appearance to suit. So much going on here in the 7th house. On the 9th of November, Venus moves into Sagittarius here. Oh, I haven't drawn them in. Okay, Venus moves into Sagittarius there. On the 17th, Mercury moves into Sagittarius there. The new moon's already there. And I'll just draw this like this and this like this. So also the sun will move into Sagittarius there as well. Like that. Okay, and so this focus will come off as the month proceeds. This focus will come off your relationships and more onto you'll be more interested in joint resources, investments, real estate, your superannuation, and perhaps intimacy as well. And so you want to get your investments into order or start something new. The thing, whatever it is, if you are investing, make sure it's solid and stable. You might tend to avoid the intangibles such as cryptocurrency, and you might find that your intimate life, you're looking for something that's more committed and more solid as well. There could be lots of fresh new ideas and various communications about these things. Mercury brings travel opportunities, and the sun also brings happiness or comfort. The new moon is also there bringing new beginnings, which could pay off quite well down the track. Investments in art or beautiful things could also work out quite well. 14th to the 21st, Mars squares Neptune. Now, you could be feeling a bit flat, a bit confused or vague now. Maybe you don't know what direction you want your life to go in at this point. It's time to be physically gentle with yourself and not to dissipate your energy. Remember, this card come up here at the start, and especially in the first week of the month. Don't try and take on too much, or exhaustion could happen, because you've got things going on underneath the surface. You've got things, you see here the Knight of Cups is here in the ocean, and down in the ocean the currents are changing and moving, and so you might find you get tired more easily than usual. That's okay. Under this Mars squaring Neptune energy, you might find that your fantasy world and your imagination is quite lively. Maybe you want to act out some sort of fantasy which you normally wouldn't. I would say maybe write it down and think about it first. Don't rush into things, but like I said before, you're not likely to rush. But if you are an artist or a creative person, this is a very inspiring and fertile time. The 26th of November until the 2nd of December, Mars trines Moon. Just watch this, because your feelings will be hotter than usual. You could be quite passionate and natural, which is great for everything going on here in the 8th house with intimacy. But of course, it's important that you don't react to situations based just on instinct. It's good to listen to your instincts, but yeah, you want to think about things, get the balance. It's a great time for lovemaking, going to a rock concert, going to the football, anything that gets the blood pumping. Go and do it. You'll probably have a great time. 28th of November to the 3rd of December, Mars trines Saturn. This is fabulous for doing painstaking work or anything where you've got to be really serious and detailed. You are likely to be patient. Maybe you start knitting a jumper with or a sweater with a complicated pattern. You can tackle difficult, painstaking jobs because you've got so much patience now, a lot of self-control and a lot of self-discipline, but all of this will yield positive results in the long term. Alrighty, so that's it. Terrific, Taurus. I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know in the comments and leave a like. That would be fabulous. If you're new, subscribe and be live and hit that notification bell right now. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous week, everyone, and a fabulous month, I should say. and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.